Hey, this is Jeremiah's J-Man Monero with J-Man Speaks. So let's talk about opportunities. I like to say opportunities because what I'm going to describe is actually a problem that happened this week. And I don't like to use the word problem. I like to say temporary challenges because there's no problem that we can't overcome. So I had a closing this week. We're doing a final walkthrough, and there's an issue with the final walkthrough, right? Some repairs weren't made. This was a rehab to, somebody flipped the house and there was all kinds of debris and like there was like a dresser and there's a desk and there's spare wood, all kinds of things in the garage. So it was not broom clean condition. I take pictures, I do videos, I then send it to all attorneys, all parties involved, saying, we wanted to hold money in escrow and a credit to the buyer for a certain amount to get the stuff out of there. Attorney replies back, yeah, sure, no problem. However, the buyer for the attorney is out of the area. It's a downstate attorney doing a closing in Rochester, New York. Because of the type of program that my client was using, she had to use this specific attorney. So long story short, there was no credit. There was no money held in escrow. Now my client, she didn't go there on the 4th of July. She went there yesterday, and the stuff is all there still, and the repairs were not completed. There's an electrical panel that was replaced, and in our area to beat a code, now the meter would have to go outside. The meter's still inside. Right on the cable itself, it says temporary. It says it. Somebody wrote in a marker temporary, so they knew that wasn't to code, and they still did it. Now that we've closed and it's gone on record, this poses a bit of a challenge because our options are to sue the other party or to just try to come up with a solution that makes my client happy, right? This is a first-time home buyer, somebody, their first experience of walking into their new home is that things aren't completed. And that's not the kind of experience that I want for my clients. So, I got on it yesterday. I contacted the attorneys, contacted the other agent to contact the seller and say, what can we do here? What would be fair and reasonable? Could you send your guy back to finish the repairs? Are you willing to send somebody to take this debris out? Because there's so much stuff, like the garbage, people wouldn't even pick it up. Even if my client gets her garbage together, like where she lives, we have to pay, you have to contract for a separate collection. Even if she gets that together, I don't think they will take most of this stuff. It has to be carted off in a trailer or something like that. So my client sees how hard I'm working, and this is after the close. It's already closed, right? Some agents will say, oh, well, it's closed. I'm good. I'm moving on to the next transaction. But this is I say opportunity because this is our time to shine. This is why we get paid what we get paid. Our fee for service is above average because when the fit hits the shan, like we say, we're there, and there is no problem, there is no challenge in a real estate transaction that we cannot overcome. And part of that is the fact that we have extra training, right? That designation type programs, ABR, MRP, SRES, ePro, GRI, all these designations mean one thing: additional training. Additional training means when something does happen, you're ready because you've trained for it. Some of you may know I do Spartan races. It's the same thing. I train and I train and I train and I train, and then I train some more because I don't know what's going to happen out on that Spartan race. It's an obstacle course type race. So I don't know what's going to be thrown at me. I just know that I'm prepared for it. And real estate is the same thing, right? We get these extra designations. We do this extra training because that little bit of training, you're sharpening your tools so that when something does happen, you're prepared. And your clients deserve that. This is the most important transaction I think they'll ever encounter in their lifetime. It's one of the most expensive, but just think of every day, if you are fortunate enough to have a place to call home. Like, you can be a part of that. That's your opportunity to make a difference. And so it's also your opportunity to demonstrate, why we're realtors, why we raise the bar, and why we get stuff done. So don't think of them as problems. Think of them as temporary challenges and an opportunity to prove how great you really are. Have a great day.